Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another special report from the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo of 2950. This year's expo has given us two new exciting ships to buy and fly in Consolidated Outlands Nomad and Crusaders Star Runner. But now we are going to take a look at what MISC, Drake, and the XENO manufacturers did with their days. Let's take a look right after this quick message. If this is your first time to our channel or videos, welcome. If you like what you see, please consider helping us grow by liking, subscribing, commenting, or even sharing this video. For a small channel like this one, it helps immensely, and I appreciate any feedback. I had so much fun with our last giveaway, we are back at it again. When we hit 200 subscribers, I will have a drawing for an Origin 100i Warbond package, complete with a stylish ivory racing helmet. To have a chance to win, all you need to do is subscribe and comment on one of my videos. Thanks for your support, and with that out of the way, let's get back to this video. Welcome to MISC Day at the IAE 2950 Expo. And you guessed it, the Starfarer Gemini is the centerpiece. A massive ship in need of massive rework to me. And there seems to be a lot of talk that that's coming. Not sure refueling and refining gameplay excites me, but it's probably a good deal now, before it's reworked, if it's been on your list. Razors are pretty slick racers, but take it from an M50 owner, you can wait to buy these in-game, if you're in the market for a quick runabout. The Prospector is one of the most valuable ships to me, but I'm more into trade and industry, and this ship is pretty much a prerequisite for vehicular mining. There's some new skins available. I think the blue is sharp if you ask me. The Reliance got their own room, and these ships are probably most known for the transforming wings. But the reality is, these are not great ships. The Core A hauler is a really bad deal, with limited cargo and no bed. I think the Sun is a capable light fighter with accommodations for 2 and beds. So if you really want one of these in your hangar, I think that's the best deal out of these. The original Freelancer is a ship that brought me to the verse, many years ago, when we could not leave our hangars. These still remain some of the most utilitarian ships. The MISC variant makes these an interesting missile boat, with crew accommodations for 4, and the Max still gives you a little more SCUs than a Mercury Star Runner. These are great hauling career starters, even if the looks and limited cockpit visibility leave a little to be desired. The whole series were only here in holo form, but they are on sale for serious space trekkers as well as the Endeavor. Both I think should be seriously considered. A Hull A in particular is a great deal right now to me. Drake. Before we get started, I think it's a great time to take a look at this episode's Machinima review. I feel like they should have used this one to promote Drake Day. Here's Mafanwe to tell us more.
Welcome to our latest Machinima review on the Astro Nesto channel. I'm Mafanwe. Today we're reviewing the hottest thing in 2950 and what we can only hope is Drake Interplanetary's new PR team. A link to Drake Interplanetary Cinematic 2950 by Starjump and Grim SJ can be found in the description. In this film, we get several glimpses into how the verse should feel. We see all of the Drake ships in action, in their idealized forms. The Vulture making salvaging look cool. A police chase with Cutlass Blue and Cutlass Red. The cabin section actually separating from a caterpillar. A hull hauling, and tractor beams actually tractoring. The Krakening? No, sorry, that was one step too far. I kind of want a Corsair now, though. Every time I see one, I kind of want to fix the wings by either dividing one side or closing the other one together. I'm not going to give the whole thing away, but if you'd like to spend a few minutes wishing you had every Drake ship at your disposal, this is for you. Drake Interplanetary Cinematic 2950 gets 4 out of 4 fans from Ivanwi. I just made that up, but I'm sticking with it. See you next time.
That was a great film, and it just makes me want to buy all Drake. But looking around the conference hall, there's nothing really new here. The Cutlass still remains a bestseller due to its versatility, but these have a lot of flaws. The variants are excellent at what they do. I think the Blue should be the premier bounty hunting ship. With its quantum dampener, the bad guys can't spool their drives to get away. And the Red remains the most convenient ship to have a medbay for your mobile spawn point. And it still has enough to carry a buggy or rock in the back. The Herald is mostly useless until data running gets put into play, and it's far from a joy to fly. My problem with this one is while it's a poor man's Mercury, data running, scanning, and box missions is all it can really do. The Buccaneers look cool to me for some reason, they always have. Kinda has a bit of a Star Wars X-Wing appeal to me. But these are target practice. Not many combat pilots are going to have this high on their list. But it's not a bad runaround ship. Although I find people just want to take shots at me when I'm in one. The Caterpillar to me is the real gem here. It can't haul vehicles, but the large capacity is great for the space trucker in me. Plus it's a great way to have income when you need it. So I recommend these a lot. The paint jobs released are not bad, but you may want to wait to buy these in game. Anyway, I recommend everyone with the means try to add a cat to their hangar, or the next best thing for hauling a Carrack. But getting back to the cat, it's priced reasonably well for what it can do. However, if you're buying future industrial ships and haulers, you may find a Caterpillar is a loaner ship for these, so check the ship loaner matrix and you may save some money. Drake did at least give us the holos we wanted. With projections of the Vulture, a new proposed salvage ship, and of course,
release the Kraken. Drake Interplanetary. We got your back.
the Kraken. A space carrier capable of carrying your crew and their ships. The Dragonflies were on display, which are really cool, two-seater hover bikes. you can use in space or on the ground. Not sure why Drake left the yellow one at home. Nice to have, but not pledge-worthy to me. Drake is one of my favorite manufacturers, but I think when I'm at a show, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's new, more than what's old. It's day 7 now, thanks to the magic of YouTube, and that means it's XENO Day. Our chance to see what the exotics of the verse from Apoa, Banu, and Asperia look like. Entering the hall, the Prowler is showcased in the center, flanked by some of the alien ships we've come to know. Let's start out with hands down the worst, the Apoa Cartual. Sporting a hot red paint job, transforming wings, and a unique cockpit, the Cartual is good in theory, but the execution is lacking at the moment. Perhaps with a rework I can recommend this one because the maneuvering thrusters on these should be superior to anything out there. But the shielding and armor just does not hold up, so I can't recommend going into battle with these. Asperia's Glaive, the old one that is, also on display. Described as a symmetrical version of the Scythe, these are generally flown by more experienced Vanduuls and have 2 blade wings that will eventually act as melee weapons. I don't have experience with this one, so I can't make a recommendation. If you do, let us know in the comments below. But I'm leaning towards holding off on these because a new one is coming out, and I don't think these are money makers, which is more my style. Up next is one of my favorites, the Banu Defender. One I do recommend because it has a lot of utility. It can be your daily driver with space to hold boxes for box missions. 2 beds to log out in, and you can fly from either cockpit, both with ejection seats. And the UI was recently reworked. I also like the gold trim, and despite the crabby looks, she's a hot rod to me. The transforming wings are nice, but can get easily damaged upon a hard hit. But you can't beat watching this one in Quantum. The hit scan lasers work kinda strange right now, but they are functional. And it is something that should be getting reworked soon. I did a review on this one before the UI changes, so I've got to go back and update it, but look out for that to drop soon. Asperia Blade. The Blade is another one of my favorites. Used as scouts by the Vanduuls, these were your first wave attackers. And now the UEE even uses replicas like these. I love the unique design, and being alien, these also have transforming wings. These are a joy to fly. I'm not great in combat, so I can't make any recommendations there. But I also struggle to recommend pledging for this one at its price point. Being an alien ship, you're gonna get that exotic pricing, so if you're like me and you're a collector, you may want it. It's just not going to give you the utility something else might give you. And finally there's the Prowler, a ship I've been excited to finally get behind the wheel of. This Tavarian dropship has legendary handling and silent operation, making it effective in combat zones. But honestly, why would you buy this? Unlike the Valkyrie, you can't haul anything but people or troops in this. And can you imagine standing like this for an hour, wondering if you're about to die? and it's not going to be used for touring. I'm sure the arms are good, but at this price, I think there's better options. What do you think? Well, this is awkward. But this is something a poem makes now that is kinda cool. The Nox bikes. With what seems to be a darker paint job for the show. These are fun to ride also, but can be strange like most hover bikes are to haul. The holo room here was pretty disappointing, but more disappointing than most holo rooms. Only Asperia's talent was on display. It would have been nice to see the ships they've been pushing, like the Merchantman and San Tokiyai.
Apparently.
And that's going to do it for my impressions of the last 3 days of the expo. Thanks for hanging with us for this look at IAE 2950. There's a lot of options out there, so I hope some of my observations are helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please help us out by liking and subscribing. And either way, please feel free to leave comments. I appreciate all feedback. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time.